to 10 and 10 podcast with Stephanie Diane. Today we have with us FS Boyd Jr. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
And
having
if you're not familiar with our platform, we do 10 questions in 10 minutes with entrepreneurs, from seasoned entrepreneurs to new entrepreneurs to just rebranding and talking small business and how we can help each other. What were the key factors that led you to deciding to rebrand your business?
It started out with a whole joke, because I did a whole Bedside Baptist joke, and ever since then I had people, who did your flyer, who did this, and ever since I started evolving and started researching more tools and everything, so it just felt right to do.
So it just happened organically,
Yes.
be safe to say? Okay. And I remember the joke, so it was a flyer he did. So before, I guess I should backtrack a little bit, a minute. We're talking about rebranding, but I didn't ask you at first what and still is your business before you got into this new endeavor. And then tell us a little bit about what you are doing. Describe that. So tell us what you did and what you kind of rebranded to.
So what I was doing before was, well, still I'm doing is music. Um, and what I'm doing now is graphic design and video edits and videography, filming. And within that, just transpired for me to go on and feel like I need to do this, because that's where most of the network and everything came from. Once everybody found out that I could actually do it, I didn't know that I could do it, if we really being honest.
You did good. It's trial and error, huh? How did you approach the rebranding process and what were the major challenges you faced during that transition?
That I remember like it was yesterday. Um, I was trying to figure out how am I going to manage music, ministry, and even my newfound business, which is with media and everything.
Mhm.
So it's like I took it in the sense of like driving in the car. I was driving too many lanes,
Mhm.
and within that, I'm trying to figure out what lane do I need to be in. When I really have to understand the lane that the road is all mine, so I could be able to really find my way in each one and take time uh, for myself in doing each one.
I like that. The road is yours. And put that on t-shirt.
Make sure you call me on it.
Can you share any specific strategies or tactics you use to ensure a smooth transition for the customers and stakeholders during the rebranding?
I think
So,
my
how did you make everybody feel comfortable with your transition?
oh gee, I think I had just told, like, it was basically by word of mouth.
Mhm.
Um, some of the pastors in the city was like talking about me, saying, "Oh, well, ask who do they flyers and who do this." Well,
Mhm.
I got a guy in my church. He do my stuff. I got a guy who do. So it's basically by word of mouth, and I made it more comfortable for them because they knew me as the drummer. It's just
Mhm.
flat out drummer. And so once they found out that I do this, it was like, okay, so now we have a closer business relationship and and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So you already kind of had a relationship. So you already had a rapport built within the church,
Hmm.
and that word of mouth kind of helped you grow your business. So that kind of leads to the next question. Um, what role did marketing play within researching feedback and sharing your rebranding efforts? So when you brought this to everybody, how did your marketing go with that whole process? You kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, actually.
Yeah, it went fine. Like I said, it all started with a joke on Facebook, and ever since then, I started realizing, Facebook is really where you find out everything.
Mm,
Social media, period, is where you find out
mhm,
everything. So I started posting some of my stuff on there, and as you go down my timeline, you'll see the progress that I have overcome, and I have came a long way with
mhm.
graphics and everything. So it was just basically like trying to find out what tools is better to use for excuse me, uh, for for marketing.
Okay. How did the rebranding contribute to your business growth, and what measures, outcomes, or metrics did you use to track the success? So, how are you keeping track of how good are you doing or the
About
rebranding process?
I'm basically looking back at the process that I came from, because you are your biggest critic. So I'm really hard on myself with everything
Mhm.
that I do.
I
So
think we all are.
I always look back and often see like how far I've come, what I need to do better, how I need to do this, and I just start looking up YouTube videos or start asking questions to different designers on how they do their stuff, and basically just reaching out.
Can you also contribute that to everybody who you've worked with? They're seeing your growth, so therefore they're recommending you to more people, more organizations, and a lot by that word of mouth is helping you grow. And with more customers that you have, that allows you to better your craft. Do you think that contributes to it as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you encounter any unexpected obstacles or setbacks during your rebranding process? And if so, how did you overcome that?
It was a lot of um, sayings going around. It was basically like the naysayers saying, "Oh, he ain't gonna do this." And for a small piece of me, let that get to my ear, and I always got frustrated by it. And I just had to realize this is not them doing this, because I get paid either way. So this is not
Mm-hmm.
them doing this. They're not making me money. They're not paying my bills. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really how I looked at it. And I had some couple people testing me, uh, thinking that they was gonna be proud of me, but really they was just saying how it need to be them.
Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to that, you just know people are watching you, and that's more motivation for success, in my opinion.
Hmm.
When people are saying what you can't do, you show them what you're able to do and what you did do. So I think that's just another motivator. They don't realize that they're motivating you, but we just work it in our favor.
Hmm.
So just keep pushing. So in hindsight, is there anything you would have done differently during your rebranding process?
I would have took that a whole step back and actually sat down and really learned the whole tactics behind it as I do now.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I was just like rushing to it. I didn't want to ask for help or anything. So now that I'm, and that look, goes back with a question earlier. Now that I'm actually, seeking help and asking for help, rather say, seeing, get everybody different views and ideas. So I think that's one thing I would have did different was ask for more help.
Hmm. Yeah, we all need help. Nobody can do it on their own. It's good to have some type of team, whether it's just one person, it's just good to have a sounding ear as well. How did you communicate the new brand identity and values for your employees, which is just you at this point? What steps did you take to ensure that you allocated the rebranding?
Um, yeah, it's basically the same as I said earlier. Really going back and seeing how I did everything, and then also trying again navigate what I'm doing with music and everything, because music and graphics are like really my main tactics with everything. So I was really trying to see where I was fitted in that branch.
Mhm. Can you share any insights or lessons learned from your experience with this rebranding process and as an entrepreneur?
Yes, always ask for help. You go back to the last question before. You always ask for help. You're not in this alone. There's somebody in this that's like less than you, and if they're better than you, but everybody is in this together. So always seek help. Always reach out. Always encourage one another. That's my biggest thing as well.
Looking ahead, what are your plans to further leverage or rebrand identity to sustain and continue your business growth? So, how do you plan to grow your business?
I want to start a mentorship that's coming up real soon for the younger generation under me. Make sure that they know how to do it and everything, because I'm not going to be dying doing this. I'll have to retire soon, but
Good luck.
but just to make sure that that we all in this together. And really, I want to be a mentor to the younger generation.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. Um, and last but not least, this is a bonus question. Where can all my viewers follow you at and, be able to get in contact with you?
You can follow me on FS Boy Junior on Facebook and FBJ Media, which is my business page as well. Those are the places you can find me on.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And I wish you much success and continued growth. And I'll make sure I pass the word along.
Thank you.
Thank you.